Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm April Honey, and today we're going to be making a brick path. Let's pretend that I actually recorded an intro. I'm so sorry that I didn't. So what we're going to do is we're just going to set up this brick path by making 2 bricks on each line. We're going to stagger them, so every brick space is going to be 16 spaces wide and 8 spaces top to bottom. Actually 7 by 15, because then the grout lines and whatever that are going around it. So every 8th line vertically you want to put a horizontal line, and every 15th line horizontally you want to put a vertical line. That probably made no sense, but exactly the way I did it in the picture, that's how you're going to set it up. And then we're just going to add a little bit of texture to our bricks so they don't look so flat. And we're going to add a little bit of highlights and shadows as usual. My light source is in the top left, just the easiest light source for me to have. If I do it the same across all of my custom codes, then they are all cohesive, and when I go back and pull past island codes from past me, I can have cohesive codes throughout all of my islands, even if I'm pulling back codes that I made over a year ago. So it's really helpful to pick a light source and maybe stick with it for like the entire time that you play. If you would like to never ever repeat codes and you never make them in several different colors, so you have to make them brand new every single time you start an island because you're a better person than I am and I cannot do that, then that part probably doesn't matter, as long as you do it cohesively throughout your island that you're working on. So after the textured part on the bricks, then I go and I texture through the little grout lines, and then I make them kind of bleed into the brick a little bit so the bricks don't look quite so perfect. We just don't want it to look perfect. This is going to be a very worn brick path, and we want it to look worn and rustic and not so like perfectly perfect. I don't know if I've said that enough. I don't want it to look perfect. I'm sure you guys get the idea, we don't want it to look perfect. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I just had to repeat that 4 times, but here we are. We're just filling the grout lines in, kind of trying to make it look a little broken up, a little not so great. And then we're going to start on the corner pieces. I did the corner pieces first, and then I did the side pieces, and then the top and bottom. And for me, it was just easier that way. The corner pieces are the ones that trip me up a little bit, so I figured I would just get the hardest ones over with first. And I just took out all of the pieces. I didn't want it to be broken brick. I wanted the brick to all be together, but I wanted it to be worn and together, if that makes any sense. So I didn't want it to be like perfect brick, but at the same time I've made like a pixelated crumbly kind of brick path before, and I didn't want it to be like that. So I wanted it to be something a little bit in between. So that is what I was going for on these codes themselves. If you guys would like to see like any other kind of brick codes, I do have one in the pipeline of like a large brick stone, square stone almost path with grass and greenery in it in the pipeline as well. That's going to be more of a neutral kind of gray color. I do make all of these codes in multiple colors, so if you want to just take my creator code and use this code, you're more than welcome to do that. And if you want to copy these pixels exactly as I make them, and you have your own color scheme, like you want purple bricks or black bricks or anything that your little heart desires, then you can totally go over to my Discord, where I post the pixel art for all of these codes. You can see it there, and it's nice and easy and hopefully easy to follow. And if you have any questions, you're always more than welcome to at me or ping me or something in the code, the hard mode code chatter, or the honey mode, sweet mode chat box, and I will be more than happy to help you there. And I did not mean your little heart desires in a condescending way. I just realized that, and I'm so sorry. So anyways, we're going to move on to the next one, and the side the sides, I do these in two different ways. First, I leave it big and outwards, you know what I mean? Like all the way to the edge, so that there's that piece when you want it to be a little bit more wide. But then I go back and I make it again, but I just take out those bricks that are sticking out the most, so that areas of the path where you want it to look a little bit more narrow, or in case you want to interchange them for different reasons, or if you want to just, I don't know, have something different. And then we're going to do the top. So I just take off one of the top pieces on the brick on top, so that it doesn't look all so put together and perfectly square, because we don't want that. Perfect squares are boring, right? So we want to have some interesting squares. So instead we take a piece out on top so that it doesn't look like just one of the middle pieces, you know. And then on the bottom we do kind of the same thing. So the bottom, there's no way around this, and I did try for a hot minute. There's no real way to kind of get out of having that little edge piece that lines up with the side piece. It ends up looking like half a brick if you repeat the bottom piece a lot. The only way around that is by alternating it with a middle piece as well. So you can use that edge piece, you can use a middle piece, and then you can bring back that edge piece. You can make another piece that only has the middle brick on the bottom, and on the bottom right corner you can take away that little edge piece on the very bottom and make it only a 3-row corner. And you can totally do stuff like that, but I find that it goes with the centerpiece more if I just deal with that little broken brick on the bottom. You can have 2 different bottom pieces if you'd like as well. There's nothing stopping you from doing that, but this is how it came out. I really liked it. Hopefully you guys like it too. I think it came out super cute. And there are tons of variations that you can do for this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I hope this helped you a little bit. The color palette and my creator code will be down in the description below. I hope you guys are having an amazing day or night. I know you guys can be doing absolutely anything in the world, and you chose to hang out with me, which is such an honor that I can just never forget. And I appreciate you so much for that. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.